Let me start with a simple question. Have you ever noticed how hard it is to focus these days? Like, you sit down to do one thing, maybe read a book or finish a project, and before you know it, your phone buzzes, you're scrolling through Instagram. Then somehow you're watching cat videos on YouTube at 2 a.m. wondering, wait, what just happened? That's not an accident. That's not just you being lazy. That's a design. The truth is, the world we live in today is one massive distraction machine. It's built to keep your attention hooked, your mind busy, and your soul asleep. And if you don't wake up to what's going on, you'll spend your entire life being led by forces you don't even see. So in this video, we're going to talk about how to break free from distractions that are literally designed to control you. I'll show you why these distractions exist, who benefits from them, how they actually rewire your brain, and most importantly, how you can rise above them and reclaim your focus, your energy, and your life. Distraction is nothing new. Humans have always found ways to escape boredom or avoid hard truths. Even thousands of years ago, people distracted themselves with games, gossip, or alcohol. But here's the difference. Back then, distraction was a choice. Today, distraction is an industry. Companies literally hire the smartest people in the world, neuroscientists, behavioral psychologists, data scientists, and their job isn't to cure cancer or solve world hunger. Their job is to figure out, how can we keep you glued to your screen one more second? How can we get you to scroll a little further? How can we keep your dopamine flowing just enough so you never log off? It's a war for your attention. And sadly, most people are losing. Because when you're distracted, you're easy to control. A distracted person doesn't question authority. A distracted person doesn't ask big spiritual questions like, who am I really? Or, what am I doing with my life? A distracted person just follows the program. Now let's get deeper. Why does the system want you distracted? The answer is simple. Power. Think about it. If you're constantly chasing likes, notifications, new shows, new trends, new gadgets, you never sit still long enough to realize how much power you actually have. You never pause long enough to see how the world is run, or how you're being used. It's like a magician's trick. The magician waves one hand with bright colors and flashy movements, while the other hand is doing the real trick. That's exactly what's happening in society. The distractions are the flashy hand. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, the other hand is collecting your data, selling your attention, shaping your beliefs, and guiding your choices, without you even noticing. Distractions aren't random. They're designed to keep you asleep while someone else writes the script of your life. Let's break it down scientifically. Why do distractions feel so addictive? It all comes down to dopamine, the brain's reward chemical. Every time you get a new notification, a funny meme, a like on your photo, your brain gets a little hit of dopamine. It feels good, but here's the dark side. Dopamine isn't about satisfaction, it's about seeking. It doesn't make you feel full, it makes you want more. That's why scrolling never ends. That's why binge watching a whole series still leaves you hungry for another one. And tech companies know this. That's why your apps refresh endlessly, why videos autoplay, why notifications are red instead of blue. Red triggers urgency. Everything is carefully engineered to keep you hooked. So when you think, why can't I focus? Remember this, it's not you. It's your brain being hijacked. Now let's list some of the biggest distractions running the show right now. Social media. It doesn't just waste your time, it shapes your beliefs, your identity, your mood. You think you're just scrolling, but you're being programmed. News cycles, fear, outrage, gossip. They feed you constant drama so you're too stressed to think clearly about the bigger picture. Entertainment overload. Netflix, video games, streaming platforms. Nothing wrong with enjoyment, but notice how much of it is designed to keep you binging instead of building your real life. Consumer culture. Ads everywhere telling you you're not enough unless you buy this product, wear this brand, upgrade to this version. It keeps you chasing material things instead of inner growth. Social approval, likes, followers, validation from strangers. People are so distracted by how they look online that they forget who they actually are offline. Each one of these distractions keeps you focused outward instead of inward. And that's the real trick. Because once you start looking inward, you discover your true self, and that's the one thing the system doesn't want. Let's take it even deeper. Beyond psychology and economics, there's a spiritual dimension to this. Ancient traditions, from Christianity to Buddhism to Gnosticism, all talk about unseen forces, call them archons, demons, or negative energies, that feed on human attention. Think about it, your attention is energy. Wherever you place it, that thing grows. If you place it on distractions, those distractions grow stronger, and you grow weaker. It's almost like there are entities that want you distracted, because a distracted human is a powerless human. A distracted human can't meditate, can't pray, can't align with their higher self. So distraction isn't just an annoyance. It's a spiritual battle. Now the important part: how do you actually break free from distractions designed to control you? Here are some practical steps. Awareness is step 1. Notice when you're being pulled. Catch yourself scrolling mindlessly and say, "Ah, I see what's happening." Awareness breaks the spell. Take back your environment. Turn off non-essential notifications. Delete apps that waste your time. Make your phone boring. Design your environment so temptation is out of reach. Practice single tasking. Multitasking is a lie. Do one thing at a time. When you work, just work. When you rest, just rest. This rewires your brain for focus. Reclaim your mornings and nights. Start your day without your phone. End your day without your phone. Those 2 windows are sacred. Use them to connect with yourself, not the digital circus. Feed your soul, not your feed. Replace shallow consumption with deep nourishment. Read real books. Journal. Meditate. Spend time in nature. Talk to real humans face to face. Ask bigger questions. Every time you feel the urge to escape into distraction, pause and ask, what am I avoiding? What truth am I running from? Usually, distraction is covering up fear, insecurity, or purpose. Face it directly. So what happens when you break free? You reclaim your life. You find clarity. You discover that beneath all the noise, you actually have incredible power. The power to focus, to create, to connect, to live intentionally. When you break free from distractions, you become dangerous to the system. Because suddenly, you're not just a consumer, you're a creator. You're not just a follower, you're a thinker. You're not just asleep, you're awake. And once you're awake, nobody can control you. So let me leave you with this. The world will always try to distract you. That's never going away, but you have a choice. You can either live as a puppet pulled by invisible strings, or you can cut the strings and live as a conscious being. The question is, where will you put your attention? Because at the end of the day, your attention is your life. And if you give it away freely to every distraction that comes along, you're literally giving your life away. But if you guard it, if you focus it, if you direct it toward your purpose and your higher self, then nothing can stop you. So break free, reclaim your attention, take back your life, because the truth is, you were never meant to be controlled. You were meant to be free.